Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be doing a deck profile for the X-Saber Samurai deck that I was playing. Pretty fun deck, and it is pretty unique, I would say. I did make this deck a long time ago. I ended up throwing in Tengus in it too at one point when Tengu was at 3. But as the game goes, further on, I think Notoria Beast is probably one of the best cards to make first turn. It kind of shuts down your opponent from, destroying your back row, and that's pretty good in the game, and especially against decks like Dark World and Spellbooks, you can shut them down completely. You get a first turn Notoria Beast, you usually just have game against those decks. But that said, let's get started with the deck profile, and then I'll explain some of my choices, and if you guys have any suggestions for improvements, I would love to hear them in the comment section below. But let's get started. So I play 2 Boggart Knight and one Full Helm Knight, and I just play 1 Ember's Blade. I should move the X-Sabers all together. But I play 2 Boggart Knight, 1 Full Helm Knight, and then I play 2 Poshul. Poshul is a warrior, so it does work with Reinforced Truth, so it's pretty cool in that aspect as well. And then I play 1 Dark Salt and 1 Ember's Blade. Now the thing with the X-Sabers is I really like this card, Godham's E-Call. Like, I find this card just too good, especially with a card like Full Helm Knight and Dark Salt, like just getting those back just to block attacks. And on top of that, you'll have some effect at the end phase for Dark Soul to search you out anything. You could try to play Fall Trolls, but the problem with playing the Fall Trolls, you can get these weird hands that just don't have playable cards because they require you to have X-Sabers, and you might have Samurais, and it might just look a little bit weird. You just don't have the combination of cards you need. So that's why I'm playing just very few of the X-Sabers and very few Samurais. Just because there are cards like this which can get them back. So the goal in this deck is kind of to get out a really fast Synchro, and then perhaps activate one of these and just get them back. The deck has a lot of options for rank 5, level 5 Synchro monsters, and I think that those are key. Catastroph's a fantastic card, and same with Notoria Beast. These cards are just really good in general. But next up for the 6 Samurais, I just play 3 Elder, 3 Kagemusha, and then just to make the deck more consistent for getting out a first turn Notoria Beast, I decided to throw in 3 Instant Fusion. Now originally I tried it with 6 Sam Uniteds, but the problem is, again, it was just sometimes you'd have X-Saber and 6 Sam United, and you're like, well, I can't really do anything with this. So I threw it in Instant Fusion, and it really helps the deck because Poshul is a tuner, Full Helm Knight is a tuner, and you can just go for a fast Notoria Beast, because that is kind of a card that you can go to, I would say, in this format, and you can just win simply by getting it out first turn. Next up I play Heavy Storm, Reinforcement of the Army. Reinforcement of the Army also searches out Full Helm Knight and Poshul, plus all the Samurais. Pretty good card. And then I play Dark Hole, and then triple the Smoke Signal, because again, getting out a first turn Notoria Beast is kind of what the goal of the deck was, and it does it pretty well. And I play a Monster Reborn, then I'll play 2 Duality. When you open up with X-Sabers like this guy over here or this guy over here, you can activate Duality, no problem. But if you have a first turn Notoria Beast, go for that, don't Duality. But sometimes you already have your stuff on the field. If I have a Beast plus Barkion on the field, I don't really need to worry about anything. And I think it's awesome that you can make a Notoria Barkion so easy by just activating this card. If you already have an X-Saber, you just go, oh, let me get a Full Helm Knight and a Dark Soul, and just be like, oh, it's cool, let me just make a Barkion. Because if you have a Beast plus Barkion, you are really set up in the game. There's very few things that, your opponent can do, unless they're playing Elemental Dragon, which is a deck that just, I would say, kind of can, run over this deck, because it's just, it can't handle it. A lot of decks can't handle, a first turn Light and Darkness Dragon. Next up, I just play 1 MST, because, pretty much, I felt I can still spam multiple monsters on the board. What's really awesome is I can just go Special Summon Elder, and then I can activate a card like Asceticism of the 6 Samurai, and then get out a Kagemusha, and then go for a card like Xian, and if they negate it, hey, that's fine. I still have my normal summon. I can go normal summon Boggart Knight, Special Summon Poshul, Synchro for Hyunlei, blow up all their back row, and then set a Godham's E-Call, and just win from there. Or set this, for next turn, because these would already be in the grave, and I can activate this next turn to make another monster, or I could just get back Xian. Keep in mind, you can get back Xian, even though it would be destroyed during the end phase, it doesn't matter, if you could just win that turn anyways. So keep that in mind as well, that the reason why I'm not playing more spaces, and I felt you could definitely drop the dualities and play triple space if you'd like to, but again, the reason why I'm not playing more spaces is because I feel the way I made this deck, you can get out, multiple monsters that your opponent will have to, Psalm Warning, and, if they, warning you and you get out another monster, you usually can come on top, in the game. And especially since Asceticism, you can activate unlimited of these per turn, which is kind of, unfair. I feel if you open up Asceticism plus, multiple, or, I mean, all you need to do is have one Elder and multiple Asceticism, and just be like, let's call Asceticism on that to get out Kagemusha, Asceticism on Kagemusha to get out another Elder, and you can have options pretty much your entire extra deck. Or you can just make 2 level 5 singers. You go for like a first turn Shien plus like an Eternity Beast, like GG, for most decks that revolve around like Spell and Trap. Like it's really nasty for anyone to deal with that. And then I played 2 Reinforced Truth just because it allows you to get out Partial to prevent yourself from losing. Like I said, if since you only have one MC, if your summon gets negated, it's fine. You can set Reinforced Truth next turn setup because Partial can't be destroyed by battle. And also you can also get Kagemusha with that, don't forget that. And then I played just 1 God MC Call, 1 Double Edge Sword Technique. They're just kind of there. I do really like God MC Call, but sometimes I don't have the X-Saber on board, so kind of conditional. And then I played 2 Bottomless, 2 Mirror Force, 1 Starlight Road, 1 Compulse, and 1 Solemn Warning. As far as the extra deck, for the Instant Fusion, I played 2 Fusionists just because it's an Earth. And then I play 1 Reaper on the Nightmare for the level 5, just because, if I want to go for a 5 and then like go for this, and then just be like, oh, let me just Black Rose the field, or if I want to summon this and go for an 8, that's also an option as well. So, I really do like having the option just to have this. I mean, you could, by all means, you could play Triple Fusionist if you want, or you can play any other levels you like. Maybe you like a specific level, like you want to make Stardust Dragon, by all means, put in, well, I'd say Reaper Nightmare is probably good for that, but like I said, you can decide what fusion monster you want to put in for the instant fusion targets. Then I played Golems, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, Black Rose, Barkion, Hyunlei, a Shien, a Librarian, 2 Naturi Beasts, a Catastrophe, and a Zen Mains. Like I said, the deck was supposed to be a deck that got out Naturi Beasts as fast as possible and as often as possible. So I kind of just said, I'll just put in 2 Naturi Beasts. There are times where I wish I had a second Catastrophe though, because Catastrophe is really good against a lot of decks. Anything that's not dark, see you later. But, you can maybe drop Librarian, but sometimes when I see a player playing like some Lavals, I'm like, oh, I'll just make a Librarian, and it's just a pretty good card against that deck. But, yeah, this is the deck profile that a lot of you guys wanted to see. I still think that there can be improvements on this deck. I definitely want to make a Samurai deck, just a pure Samurai deck, but I don't want to make it like the standard, just get out Shien and then just try to protect Shien. I want to make it just more so oriented around Naturi Beast, because I find this card to be one of the best cards in the game first turn. Especially if you can, spam a whole bunch of traps. At one point, I wanted to start playing Hand Destruction just so I can get Naturi Beast out first turn and set as many back rows as possible, because, that shuts down anything that could hurt, your back row. Because, I mean, they can't MST, they can't heavy you. There's very limited things they can do, especially if you have all those traps as the back row. I don't know, triple trap hull, triple bottomless, triple deepers, so much back row to the point where your opponent can't even do anything. As long as you have a Naturi Beast out, it'd be pretty annoying for them to deal with. But I guess if they set just one face down Raikou, you are, in trouble, because they could just be like, oh, flip Raikou, destroy Naturi Beast, Heavy Storm, you lose. But yeah, if you guys have any improvements for this deck, I would love to hear them down below in the comment section, and I'll try to test it out, but I'm pretty satisfied with this build. There are times where I wish I played 2 Emerald's Blade and 2 Dark Soul, but I mean, if anything, maybe I'll drop the Boggart Knight, but sometimes Boggart Knight's so good just to make a quick Hyunlei, because I always have Reinforced Truth, because I play 2 Reinforced Truth, and I have 2 Partials, so I like the option to have a Hyunlei out. Just throw out a Hyunlei and just be like, it's cool. If you can't respond to Hyunlei and I hit multiple cards, I usually win. But yeah, anyways, this is a deck profile. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for this deck, I would love to hear them, because I want to play this deck again in the future, because it's a pretty interesting and fun deck. Sometimes you open up with hands where you're like, what is this? I don't even understand how to play this hand. But anyways, thanks for watching. Asian Eyes signing out.